A black officer decided to speak on the insurrection. So Harry Dunn, a Capitol Police who was there on January 6th, gave an interview to ABC News detailing his experience of that day. The interview aired Monday morning on Good Morning America. Dunn is a 13-year veteran in the U.S. Capitol Police Department. Speaking only for himself and not the department, Dunn is the first U.S. Capitol Police officer. Of course, he's going to be a black man ready to speak. But Dunn is the first U.S. Capitol Police officer to speak publicly about the events of January 6th. Take a look.
You just see a sea of people, Trump flags, Confederate flags, thin blue line flags, don't tread on me flags. And then you look down and you see officers fighting with these people who were prepared. They had on gas masks, they had on body armor, they had on two-way radios, they had on tactical gear, bulletproof vests. I was absolutely scared. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'7". I'm this giant person.
6'7".
And I'm thinking, I'm gonna get shot. They're gonna take me out. I said, we got dozens of officers down. And you got the nerve to be holding a Blue Lives Matter flag. And as one of the guys kept walking by, the other one pulled out his badge and said, trust me, I understand. We're doing this for you, buddy. You gotta be kidding me. I literally told them, if they wanna get through here, you gotta go through me. They were saying how Joe Biden did not win the election. Nobody voted for him. Okay, what about me? I voted for Joe Biden. Does my vote not count?
This is when Officer Dunn encountered a couple in the crowd who began hurling the most vile of racial slurs at him.
He said, hey, this voted for Joe Biden, guys. Hey, everybody, this voted for Joe Biden. They said, you.
So the crowd joined in.
Everybody joined in with him. There was a large number of people in that crowd that were racist. We're stopping this steal. According to them, they were doing it for us. According to those terrorists, it wasn't just a mob or a bunch of thugs, you know? They were terrorists. They tried to disrupt this country's democracy. That was their goal. And you know what? Y'all failed. So I said, is this America? What the hell just happened? They beat police officers with Blue Lives Matter flags. They had Confederate flags in the U.S. Capitol. They stormed the Speaker's office. They were trying to assassinate the Vice President in the Capitol. There were dozens of Eugene Goodmans that day. He deserves everything that he's getting. But there were so many Eugene Goodmans that weren't caught on camera that day. And I'm proud to work with them.
Wow.
So I'm glad that he told his story. Harry Dunn, you are a Eugene Goodman. Yeah, your story wasn't told that day, but the fact that you're able to explain and talk about your story. I know we highlighted Eugene Goodman with good reason. Right. Even though he wore that blue line, that thin blue line mask, that's okay. That's okay too. He still saved. He still did the work. That black man did the work.
Yeah. But
Harry Dunn, your account of the whole thing. A whole 6'7" man.
I knew that was going to catch your attention.
6'7", but you're a whole 6'7".
Bring me back on screen because I knew it. I knew when he said 6'7", I just knew that was going to resonate in somebody's mind on this show.
It resonated in mine. Goddamn it! I ain't gonna lie.
It shot up in my spirit. It shot up in my spirit. It sizzled right there. But no, this whole 6'7" man. No, seriously, y'all.
This man got a whole foot on me. My God, that's a man. That's a.
But this whole man, this 6'7" man who is a Capitol Police officer, thought that he was gonna die. You know, was called the N-word by these terrorists. And he says what I say every day on this show when we're talking about the terrorist attack. These are not just the beautiful name to me, because when you say insurrectionists, people don't really know or understand. It just sounds so polished to me. These people are terrorists. White folks in America understand terrorists because they automatically associate them with people who are Middle Eastern, right? Who are Muslim. Yes. So now it's hard for them to look at themselves in the mirror and call them terrorists. You guys are terrorists. You are a terrorist to Harry Dunn, the Capitol Police officer who's there to protect. And all of a sudden, y'all coming in. Harry Dunn understood or didn't know. He wasn't in on what the other Capitol Police officers who were allowing these people to come. He was looking like, where is my help?
Right.
Why am I think I'm going to die right now. Where are my people? Where is my protection? Where is my crew? Right.
Yeah.
And they left them for dead because they were assisting these terrorists.
Right.
And these other police officers who allowed it and were complicit are domestic terrorists as well. This is what we're looking at. And hearing the account coming from the police officer himself is chilling, right? We've heard it from the Congress people who were in there, everybody who, was working there. We've heard it from the other side of people who are on the outside. But listening to it from a police officer is a different story. That man thought he wasn't going to make it that day.
And the crazy thing about it, the wild thing about this whole situation is that you still have this disingenuous effort, right? They are doing their very best to try to rewrite what the 6th was about. When I say they, I mean conservatives. They're literally convincing their supporters that it had nothing to do with Donald Trump. Meanwhile, the idea of whether or not it had something to do with Donald Trump is dividing the Republican Party. And we see, like, there was a stat that came out, like 46% of Republicans would leave the Republican Party in order to support Donald Trump. And so while they're trying to do two things at one time, they're trying to convince America that Officer Dunn went through was not connected to Trump. On the same side of on the opposite side of the token, rather, you have those people who said it was not enough.